Hey guys. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am just sitting down here, literally sitting on the floor of my dining room because you guys have been asking on almost every video since Sammy was born what I brought in my hospital bag, what I actually used, what I would maybe bring next time and all that stuff. So I did actually sit down and film a what's in my hospital bag video, and then I never got around to editing it, and I just don't think I have the footage anymore, and it was like 40 minutes long because I kind of overpacked a lot. So I didn't end up ever posting that video, and honestly I don't remember everything. I deleted the note that I had.
I do.
But Rodolfo's here to chime in the background. But I'm gonna try and remember everything I brought, but I'm really gonna focus on what I actually used. And I'm gonna be super honest with you, I used like 2 things, maybe 5. But I honestly did not use half of the things I brought, and knowing that now, I would do things really differently. Okay, so let's start with what I did use. The first thing that I did use is you are going to need a change of clothes. However, I brought 3 or 4 pairs of clothing, thinking I would have my outfit for being in labor, have my outfit for after Sammy was born, and then an extra just in case it got dirty, and then my going home outfit.
And makeup.
Oh, I definitely had enough clothes, and I wore one of them. I lived in hospital gowns the whole time we were at the hospital. I just felt like they were the most comfortable and convenient for nursing. People are coming in and checking on you every 5 seconds, and so it's just super easy to be wearing a hospital gown. Plus, if things do get messy, which they do, you leave it there, they take care of it, and you don't have to take home these clothes that you then need to go wash and all that kind of stuff. So I did wear a dress. I just brought a really relaxed, comfortable fitting dress, very flowy, and that's what I wore home, and it was super comfortable. I didn't want to be wearing anything too tight because it's just not comfy after pushing a baby out. So I would recommend bringing a pair of pajamas or a comfortable dress, or just something that's really cozy and comfy for you to go home in. And that's really all you need. If you think that you're not going to like hospital gowns, then maybe you could bring a pair of pajamas as well. But things don't get like, you really could survive with 1 pair of clothes. So looking back, I would probably bring like a pair of pajamas, and that's honestly all I would bring. Next thing I did use, and I know that I really liked having this, was a little portable fan. I actually brought it because I thought I might want it during labor if I got really hot, but I didn't end up using it during labor. We'll touch on that at a different time. I didn't use anything during labor. But I loved having it for after. The room was super warm. It was the summer, so take that into consideration. We had a June baby, but it was super hot in the hospital. And so I would prop up the little fan on the table and have it blowing on me because I was so warm, especially breastfeeding. I just got really flushed and really hot. So I did like having a portable fan, and I would bring that again next time. I did end up using our toothbrushes. You're obviously gonna wanna bring a toothbrush and toothpaste and just kind of any hygiene things. Don't bring too much in this category. I brought way too much makeup. I didn't even put on makeup the entire time I was there. I brought creams, I brought makeup remover. That might have been helpful if I'd gone into labor during the day and I wanted to wash my makeup off, but I had actually gotten ready for bed before contractions started. So I went into the hospital makeup free and then never ended up putting it on because I just felt like poop and I didn't want to put makeup on, and my face was so dry and I just didn't feel like it. So maybe bring a cream. That can be nice because you do get dry. Bring chapstick for sure. That's a big one because your lips get really dry from like just labor is very strenuous on your body. But beyond that, I don't know. I will probably bring like some makeup next time, but you also can really live without it. I don't know, maybe bring like mascara and a BB cream. It's really all you need, but you do you. Like if you want to get all done up, then do that. Whatever is gonna make you feel best. But I just didn't end up using it. Did I use my hairbrush?
No.
No?
Actually, yeah.
I think I did.
After.
Yeah, so I would bring a hairbrush because you do have a shower, or at least I did. They got me in the shower like right after Samantha was born, before they moved us into kind of our recovery room. And so I did like to brush my hair. My hair also got nasty and knotted during labor because I just had it up in like this awful bun the whole time. Looking back, like braid your hair or something to get it out of your face, but also like keep it contained. I wish I'd like braided my hair in pigtails or something, I don't know. But yeah, bring a hairbrush because it's nice to be able to brush your hair, and that is something that I really did like having. I did not need to bring pads, underwear, anything like that. The hospital provides everything you need. They give you mesh undies, which are honestly so comfortable. Like, stores need to sell those because that's what you want to live in when you're in postpartum. They are so comfortable. So I lived in the mesh undies. They give you pads, they give you everything you need. And again, I'm in Canada, so I don't know, it's gonna be different wherever you live. But as far as living in British Columbia and the hospitals here, they give you everything. And so yeah, I didn't need to bring underwear. I didn't need to bring, because I had brought like the big underwear that I had bought because you want to buy that for postpartum. But you live in the mesh undies. They provide all that stuff that you need for recovery. You don't have to worry about it. I did bring a really comfortable bra, and that's actually what I labored in. They ended up telling me to take my bra off during labor because they just said, there's no point in having it on. We want to put your baby like skin to skin the second she's born. So I just took it off and just wore the hospital gown. But I would bring like a really comfortable, relaxed bra that's very easy to nurse in. Personally, I like the ones that pull down instead of clip down. It's just a lot easier and comfier. So I would recommend bringing a comfy nursing bra. I'll leave my favorite one is by Medela, and you can buy it on Amazon. I'll leave that linked down below. It is super comfy, and I think it's like $25, so it's pretty affordable. Let's talk about food for a second.
That's a big one.
Because we definitely would do this differently next time. We brought food. We definitely had food, but we brought like so many chocolate bars and gummies and candies and things like that because we thought, oh, let's just have like a couple of treats. But you've just pushed out a baby. Like, you need some nutrition, and the hospital does feed you, like the mom gets food, but your husband, your partner does not get a meal. And so you need to make sure you have some heartier things. So plus Rodolfo, like while I was laboring through the night, he ate most of the snacks because we didn't really bring that much, and I don't know, he got snacky or whatever. I probably would have done the same thing. But I think we should have brought better food. Like, honestly, go to the deli in like your grocery store and buy like those little packaged sandwiches or wraps. Buy food that's actually going to fill you up and not just be like little snacks here and there. Plus, then if you don't like the hospital food, which I did not like the hospital food.
It was pretty good.
I didn't like it, but it's just, I'm a picky eater, so whatever. But it's just nice to have other options. So that's a big thing, is either bring better food, and they don't care. Like, you have a fridge in your hospital room. I think I was kind of self-conscious about showing up with a bunch of food, but we had a fridge. I think that's kind of common though. You can always call your hospital ahead of time and be like, hey, our fridge is provided, just wondering because we're thinking of bringing a couple things or snacks or whatever. Maternity wards are the nicest people to talk to and just the nicest. So just call them up if you have any questions beforehand. So I think that honestly, I'd bring like a little cooler full of food next time because you need it, and it's really important to have that for not only you, because the hospital will feed you, but also like your partner. They're just as tired and hungry, and they need that just as much as you do. Okay.
We brought the boppy.
We didn't bring the boppy.
We brought the boppy.
Did it sit in
and
the car?
pregnancy pillow.
No, we did not bring the pregnancy pillow.
Yes,
We
we
did
did.
not.
We did.
I am not even letting you say that.
It was in the car.
We did not bring the
It was
pregnancy
in the
pillow.
car.
We
It was
did
in
not.
the car.
Okay, we brought pillows. Actually, we used pillows. Pillows are a big one. The hospital pillows are not super comfortable. My midwife actually told me to bring a pillow. She said, bring your own pillows because it's not super comfy. And I was really grateful we did, because I actually wanted to be propped up and like just have lots of padding behind my back. And my own pillows were way more comfortable. Like, the hospital will obviously give you whatever you need, but sometimes just having your own things is really cozy. I know some people bring a blanket. I didn't, but I actually would. Like, the hospital blankets aren't that comfortable, and I think, like, especially if I had a baby in the winter, I would probably bring myself like a cozy blanket, because you kind of want to feel cozy. Bring something that you don't mind getting dirty or whatever, because there's a high chance it will get stained or stuff. But I would bring your own comfy things like a pillow or blanket. I would do that. I didn't end up using the boppy, didn't even bring it in, so I wouldn't bring that. I don't know, I don't think you really need it. Again, you might bring it and love it. This is such a personal preference thing. but I didn't end up using it, just my personal experience. I'm trying to think like what else I brought. Okay, I did bring all our camera stuff and I was super glad I brought that. I brought a little Polaroid, which I'm so grateful I had that. I would recommend any kind of camera equipment, anything to capture those memories in those first couple moments, bring it. You're not gonna regret it. Even if it's kind of bulky, I would definitely pack your camera and all of that kind of stuff. I brought our vlogging camera, the one I'm filming on now, and I brought my bigger camera, and I also brought a Polaroid, so I definitely had all the gear. The things I brought that I didn't end up using that I think I will still bring next time in the hopes that I use it was things to help me with labor. So my goal, I really wanted to have a natural labor. It didn't happen. Things kind of turned scary, and at the end of the day, it just became about getting Sammy out safe and making sure that her and me survived this ordeal. Like, that's literally the point it got to. So me wanting a natural labor was thrown out the window kind of from the first second we got there, and I just had to kind of come to terms with that. However, I did bring things to help me. I had brought, and they might seem kind of silly, but like, I had brought headphones, didn't end up using those because I didn't even end up listening to any music. I actually didn't want anything. It was, I don't know, I kind of wish I had like just tried to like zone out a little bit into my music, but I just didn't. I was so exhausted. I brought essential oils to just smell and to just kind of create that kind of atmosphere. I didn't end up using the essential oils or any of that, but I would bring it if it's something that you could see being helpful for you. I just completely forgot about all of it, and in the moment I just didn't care. But I kind of wish, like, next time I think I'm gonna tell Rodolfo to be like, look, can you just like be like, hey Em, like what do you need, what do you want? Because I feel like I just got so caught up in the moment that like I just forgot to breathe. I really do feel like I forgot to like take a breath and be like, okay, I'm having a baby, like let's take a deep breath. Like, you're like, get this thing out of me. Like it really, you just have to kind of take it. Every birth experience is different, but that's something you can think about. I know a lot of people bring different things to help them with their birth experience, so whatever you feel would be best for you. Hi, Bubba. Hi. Hi. Oh, I know another thing I went overboard on. Sammy's stuff. I brought, like, you guys saw in like what I brought in my baby's hospital bag. I'm gonna leave it linked down below and you can go laugh at me now, because I brought like 6 outfits for her. She wore one home and that's it, and a bow. So yeah, bring a going home outfit for sure, but that's all you need. Samantha wore one pajama set and a hair bow home, and that was it. They provide diapers, they didn't provide wipes, so I did bring wipes. But yeah, I brought way too much stuff for Sammy, and I just didn't need it, honestly. Like, didn't need it, didn't use it. So I would bring a going home outfit, but honestly, you're just doing skin to skin with your baby at the hospital. So I would just recommend bringing one outfit. But again, I'm gonna say this, like, I brought extra just to ease myself and to like give me peace of mind, because, and if that's what you have to do to like relieve your anxiety and just feel like I'm prepared for any scenario, then just do it. Who cares? It's a backpack. Fill it with what you need, but I'm just letting you know what I didn't end up using. We did have like 3 bags. Okay, what we didn't end up using, I brought Rodolfo a bathing suit. Didn't end up using that because I did go in the shower, but he didn't come in with me.
Actually, I showered you.
You did?
Yeah.
Then you didn't need your bathing suit.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So I would just say bring shorts.
He did come in the shower, but you just didn't get wet because they like have a, like you hold it. And so it's not like he was like in the bathtub with me getting soaked. It was like he was like bathing me with the shower head. You could bring a bathing suit if your partner's worried about that, but he was wearing shorts that like could have, and he had a change of clothes, so I don't feel like you were that worried about it. But yes, bring like change of everything for your partner. They're gonna need all that kind of stuff, especially because they don't get a shower. They're definitely gonna want to change their clothes. Bring deodorant, all that hygiene stuff that kind of goes along with makeup and all that. Just bring anything that makes you feel like human again, like whatever you need to do, whether it's cream, deodorant. You're gonna want to bring your toothpaste, toothbrush. They do provide toothpaste. Like, they do have it there if you don't have it, so don't freak out if you forget it. Just get to the hospital and have your baby. That's all that matters. What else? Okay, I brought a journal. Didn't end up using that. But I don't know, like, it's not a bad thing to have.
No, especially if you're there for a longer amount of time. Because like once you get to the hospital, you're not allowed out.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if we'd maybe been like, if we'd gotten there and it had been like more chill, or if I'd gotten the epidural sooner, I probably would have like, maybe it would have been a nice time to journal what I was feeling and just like my experience or whatever. So Not a bad thing to bring. What else did we use or not use?
So we brought music.
I talked about that. I didn't use my headphones or my music.
A diffuser. We didn't
use that.
And we brought it.
We brought a heating pack. You might have seen that in my birth vlog.
Didn't need it.
We did use it in the car though, because like
Yes.
I was having really bad, but I wish we'd brought it in. I left it in the car and then we just left it there. But I kind of wish I brought it in because I did have really bad back labor.
The hospital does give you hot towels.
That's true, they did. They got me some hot stuff, like hot towels, and they're, again, like literally, if you forget everything at home, it's okay. Like the hospital will make sure you have what you need. So I wouldn't stress too much. I would just make sure you personally have a pair of clothes to go home in. But again, even if you forgot it, you have the clothes you showed up in the hospital to. Like my clothes were perfectly clean. I'd worn them for like 5 minutes on the way to the hospital and then got changed into a hospital gown. So I wouldn't stress too much about it. I definitely brought too much stuff is the moral of this story. You may be seeing a pattern here. What else did we bring?
I think you should have brought like indoor shoes.
No, that's what I did. I brought my slip-ons.
Yeah.
And I wore flip-flops, but I just wore my flip-flops the whole time. Some people bring slippers. I could see that being comfortable. Hospitals don't really gross me out. I know some people are like, ew, I don't want my slippers touching hospital floors. I wouldn't really care. But I just chose to just bring flip-flops. It was nice. And it's just nice to have in like the showers and stuff. So definitely bring like a pair of slip-on shoes. For me, it was the summer, right? And so I showed up in flip-flops and that was fine. But if maybe you're going in like runners or boots, bring a pair of slip-on shoes that are comfy for you to wear around the hospital, because that is really nice. And also socks. I did just live in socks because then I could walk around without shoes on, and then I just threw my socks in the wash when we got home, and they kind of acted as my shoes and they kept me feeling comfy cozy. I feel like that is kind of like a good general idea of what we brought and stuff. I basically brought everything a human being could bring to the hospital. I was ready to move in and I didn't need it all. I hope that maybe this is kind of helpful in idea of like what you really need is like a change of clothes, bring a bag full of your hygiene products. Honestly, that's what you need. That's what you need to feel, I feel like, comfortable. You can bring extra stuff. Bring your pillow. I would definitely recommend bringing a pillow and a blanket. Bring more food, like food that's actually going to fill you up. And bring a couple chocolate bars, but don't bring an entire bag full of chocolate bars. Bring Gatorade, juices, things like that are really nice to have. But besides that, our hospital at least provided everything and it was super nice. We had a really great experience at the hospital. And looking back, I will just bring one bag next time. I'll bring one bag for our stuff and probably one bag for our camera stuff. So keeping that in mind, I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. If you're having a baby soon, congratulations, that's so exciting. I really hope it goes well, sending all the positive birth vibes your way. It's a really exciting time, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't stress too much about what you have or don't have. Yes, you wanna have a bag packed. It's part of getting ready for your baby to come. I totally get it, and I'll probably do it again in the future. But just don't stress too much if you forget something. If you're on your way to the hospital and you suddenly remember you forgot something, don't freak out and turn around and panic. Just get to the hospital, that's all that matters in that moment, and just know that like at the end of the day, your husband can go home and grab it or whatever. Like Rodolfo was allowed to come and go from the hospital. I know with everything going on, that's a big thing for a lot of people. At least here, he is allowed to come and go. They ask that like you don't if you don't need to, but it was fine for him to go like out and in. So yeah.
I didn't really leave though.
All he did to leave was go get our stuff from the car. So he didn't really need to go. But anyway, I hope this was helpful. I finally sat down and shared that with you guys. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else you're wondering and I will be happy to film that for you. But for now, I will say goodbye and I will see you guys next time.